Oh, can you buy guns when you're in South Carolina, or no?
Oh, can I? Will I? Of course. I am so excited to go into, like the liberals all say, just walk into a 7-Eleven and buy a machine gun. I'm so excited.
That'd be so great. Yeah. It'd be so fun if that was how it actually works. Like the way it works in like journalists, where like if you could actually walk into a 7-Eleven and be like, one saw, please. And they're like,
it's easier to buy a gun than it is to vote in this country. It's like, shut the fuck up. Right?
You can't be
like,
you
don't even need an ID. Yeah, they just give me a gun. I'll stand online, no ID. I'll walk in and hand me a gun. Yeah. Now, is that how it works?
Forgive me for being an idiot. In North Carolina, you definitely need an ID. Is there any state where you don't?
No.
No, he's talking about for guns.
The loophole. No. To vote, you could just walk in
we don't
without
need an ID. Yeah,
of course.
You need ID.
You have to know your name and address. And
they always say though that guns, it's easier to get a gun than it is to vote. They say in this country, and it's like, shut up. You don't know the
only people who would say that is someone who's never gone through the process of buying a gun.
Exactly.
Like they just see like an episode of TV where Homer walks in and
even The Simpsons. No. Remember the episode of The Simpsons where he's like, "Sorry, buddy, there's a 5-day waiting period." And he's like, "Oh, but I'm mad now.
I'm angry now."
I'm bad now. That's great.
Oh, what a hilarious line.
I'm
angry now.
The internet was going wild about how
lethal
AR-15s were like 2 or 3 years ago. Do you remember that? And they acted like the recoil was like brutal and it could bust your shoulder and bruise you up from
AR-15. It felt like, there was a journalist said it felt like a M80 or something was exploding in my face. I heard, did it? You fruit.
It's like, you literally didn't shoot it
really well. He took an AR-15 and he held it up to his nose and he pulled the trigger and you saw it go like that, which is what it would do.
Yeah.
And there was a non-gun owner in their comments just like, this is a really effective way to demonstrate what it's actually like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They think everything is like an AK in a movie where they're like chasing down Indiana Jones and they're like losing it up in the air.
I like to see him do it the other way with the nose on the.
That's a bad idea.
That guy you're talking about, Woody, or maybe it was Anthony, that journalist who was like, I think he also said something like, and honestly, I don't want to exaggerate, but I feel as though I have a mild form of PTSD from having fired this weapon of war.
Oh, and then they're showing children. The responses, they had like a girl shooting guns and she's smiling and laughing. Yeah, just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
lies.
That's the lies.
Just
that's
fibbery.
The big issue, right?
Yeah.
If they were accurately reporting that, like, it shoots 30 rounds and you can reload it in, I don't know, for me 5 seconds, but maybe for someone else 1. Then at least that's accurate, that's what they do. But this whole PTSD and the kick and now you're lying. Don't lie.
They're trying to get people to stop buying them in record numbers. Maybe that's what it is.
They're so bad at it, but first of all, they're not trying to. What they want is to sell ads against their like, oh my God, can you believe this is happening? Can you believe this is happening?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they want. But like every time they come on and they talk about those fucking PTSD giving killing machines that you can buy your 7-Eleven for $600. How many? I mean, look, doesn't that if who out there isn't going, really? I can't.
Yeah.
I can get a PTSD giving killing machine for $600 at 7-Eleven. I mean, I got $600.
And they pick the stupidest store. Like they act like you're like, I'm gonna go pick up some wooden dowels at Pottery Barn. Oh, an AR-15. Yeah, just throw that in the cart. Throw that in the cart. It's good for crafting.
The one they show all the time is the gun show loophole, right?
Yes,
you can go to a gun show and just come home with anything you want.
Yeah,
that is not my experience.
No background checks, no nothing.
So
easy.
What really they always ran my information because I bought guns from gun shows. Mm-hmm. But if you run into like a dude at a gun show, if you were to meet me in gun show around 2016 or whatever, and you were like, hey Kyle, How would you like to buy my shotgun from me? $200. I need some money. I would have peeled off $200. You would have left with it, and I'd have left with your shotgun, and that would have happened right there in the parking lot.
Yeah. So what they're
Yeah.
really saying is private sales don't have the background check because, like, I don't have the capability to even background check. And if a private person meets a private person at a gun show, which sometimes happens, you know, guys walk around, they usually have flags sticking out.
Yeah, they do.
And
Interesting.
yeah, so that you can do a private sale, but all the tables and stuff, those people are stores.
Yeah. The private sales, that's, you know, people sell each other anything. It doesn't
Yeah.
and if there's no real law against it.
No, there's not. And I wouldn't want there to be. Like, I grew up doing private sales. There were so many times where what I just described would actually happen, where like a friend of mine would need some money and they knew that I wanted as many guns as I could get. And and they're like, "Hey Kyle, I've got a gun. Do you have $600?" And it's like, absolutely, I do. Those are $1,000 new. Yes, give me your gun. And I bought so many guns that way. Guns I didn't want. Nonsense guns.
Nonsense.
Guns you've since gotten rid of.
Nonsense guns. Yeah, I don't have many more. You know,
Just to like fill up space. We're like, there's a space where there's not a gun in my home.
Yeah.
This will fit nicely there.
I was doing that for a while. I was buying guns like just because I wanted to. I'd go to the gun store. I loved going to the gun store and checking out guns, and then you couldn't leave without one.
Yeah.
I'm here. There's a fuckload of guns for sale. I have some money. Fuck yeah, let's buy another.
Well, in New York, like, how long did you have to wait to get
You
it?
didn't.
Oh,
It's amazing. The waiting in New York comes with trying to get the ability to buy a gun in the first place. That's when they make you wait. You can't even touch a pistol in a gun store without a license in New York. Literally, you're not allowed to have a guy show you a gun in a gun store and pick it up. You can't even touch it without handing over your New York State
that's crazy.
license first. So it takes forever to get one of those. And forget about the city. The state alone is bad enough.
Do you have to be a special person? Like have a reason?
Not for the state, and
Okay.
it's usually a target that they give everybody. So you need a reason. You got to belong to a club that has 24-hour range access and all the happy horseshit, so you're able to carry it on you 24 hours. But then once you get your license, now you can buy a gun. You walk into a gun store, buy a gun, take it home that minute, like the second you buy it. But they also give you a sheet with all the info on it. You have to take that to a precinct within a week, police precinct. They have to register it, and then you got to take the slip of paper back to the gun store. And it's a big fucking. They do whatever they can to frustrate you into not wanting to do it. But you know, once you have your license, you take it home that day when you're still nice and angry.
Yeah, when you're still out for vengeance.
You know,
Right.
I bought the gun, but after all this bureaucracy, I'm furious.
Yeah.
If you have a concealed carry in North Carolina, it's a similar thing. You can go pick up a gun right away. And I think actually for a long gun, you can get it same day too.
South Carolina is where I'm going, but
I'm going. North Carolina is the one I know because I live here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, South Carolina's got some great laws or lack thereof when it comes to buying guns, carrying.